Hi friends, I decided to give little explanations why I believe the India's ecosystem or the startup and the entrepreneurship ecosystem will emerge and India will become a startup hub. So I separated this the framework into four components. So the knowledge production side, then knowledge consumption side, because knowledge should be created and should be consumed to build products and services and solutions, and that will become the supply side, and that should be enough demand in the economy as well as lot of early adapters should be there. So the knowledge production side, or in the sense new knowledge to be produced, both fundamental research as well as the applied research. Look at the ecosystem that is evolving in India. Government is doing a lot of reforms on the education side also. One of them reform is expansion of IITs, IIMs you are seeing, so that more and more research posts can be created. And this one of the first one is Institute of Eminence. In the Institute of Eminence, so many government is planning. If you look at the Wikipedia, so government is planning to give create institute of eminence on the lines of Stanford, Harvard, where a lot of funding they will get from the government as well as from the academia, from the industries. So basic idea is of Institute of Eminence is about more autonomy to them, so that they can have their own syllabary, own research. They can be more independent. Okay. And if you look at basically basic idea is to help them world class teaching and research institutions. So that will be a lot of knowledge production will happen. Then if you look at the PM fellowship program, they are awarding, they're encouraging, great talented students not to join private companies merely to work as an engineer, but they pursue the research. They created FEM fellowship program. They are giving some 80 to 85,000 rupees per month, so that great talent they'll work for building or creating new knowledge, so that on top of that innovations and product buildings can happen. Look at now more IITs and other NITs have opened, so more master seats are created, and they are incentivizing students those who are really interested in continuing PhD are not interested, the PSU hunters, they're building a incentive system, so more master students can push from master to PhDs. Hence ultimately they'll produce more and more knowledge. Same thing, more PhD scholars they're getting from GET, from the net from UGC net as well as CSIR net. So right now, if you look at government is trying to do more scrutiny of their professors. They are trying to classify professors into various categories based on their publications, their research output, and their other contributions, like getting funding from the private industry. And if you look at great universities like IITs and all, they are getting a lot of funding from the various companies to set up the chairs. If you look at Intel and other companies, they are setting up the chairs in the university. The basic idea is about that a lot of research can be conducted. They can hire more scholars, PhD scholars, and so that Intel will fund the research, and then Intel will get the output, or that should be some. Uh, you know, uh, then, if you look at the seventh part, various foundations, private foundations, one of them is Infosys also. They set up prizes to encourage more and more research happen in STEM areas, science, technology, engineering, and math area. And this is the production side, because these are foundations. From there, rest of the pipeline will flow like technology, products, and engineering. And the knowledge consumption, if you look at industry, many industry has a lot of collaborations happening. And India is not, from the importer of various machines to lot of invention and a lot of innovation started happening in India by the Tata groups and other leading industries also, even the PSUs. Even if you look at the people quitting jobs and start entrepreneurship, when people are working in Intel and Google, other high tech areas, and they're quitting their jobs and starting entrepreneurship, obviously that knowledge outflow, the knowledge will outflow from Intel and Google to the overall entrepreneurship. But then the engineers passing out colleges, that is youthful enthusiasm, inventing future. These are the exact words in the lean startup Eric Rice has used. So these college graduates are building the futures. If you look at the Google and Facebook, out of that only. Okay, then we'll come to that. What the problem we're facing, that is a part of lean startup. And then there are incubation center and accelerator center is happening in IITs and IIMs and all, and even for venture capitalists also they are giving this. So basic idea, once the production of knowledge happened at either in the academia or in the companies, high tech companies like Intel and Google or Microsoft, consumption is happening at various levels, and the industry level as well as on the entrepreneurship level, and there is various support system like incubation center is there. And then the demand and supply, which are very important, because if uh, you know if the demand is not there, obviously things will collapse. Why demand will be there? Because if you look at our economy is $3 trillion, that is officially estimated, and a lot of estimation is not there in our book, national accounts of statistics. But still, it's $3 trillion. And if you look at the by purchasing power parity, our GDP is close to $12 trillion. This is a very good thing. And if you look at the demand side, more youth is now take aware. They are going to various websites and others to explore, and they are ready to consume, and they are ready to become early adopters, so that the entrepreneurs can get lot of quick feedbacks. And another aspect is India is a very diverse culture, have lot of languages, cultures, and diverse way people consume. And it's a very diverse markets. As I said, $12 trillion in PPP terms. So that will give us enough scope and market for experiment by our startups. Because you are diverse, you are ready to consume anything and everything. And since our culture is diverse, various kind of thought processes you know evolve, and more and more diversity of consumption is there. And if you look at the government side, our government is very activist. It's promoting a lot of technologies, the Jam Trinity, Jandan, Aadhaar, Mobile, and this Bhim app. And even government is now prioritizing their procurement from the MSME and startup. One of them, I'll give you the example. This one, this Mudra Oman, is sold Thorn Plus to the government, the Prime Minister office. So this woman is an entrepreneur. Uh, so government is now procuring from gem.gov.in. This is the website. So government is prioritizing the MSMEs. Government is prioritizing the startups. So in that way, startups will get a lot of cash flows, and their products, you know, uh, will be valued. So, and then if you look at finally, government is also organizing a lot of hackathons. If you look at recent coronavirus, a lot of hackathons in the day, by the government, by the Niti Aayog happening, so that more startups, more ideas will come that ultimately will become a startup. On the supply side, if you look at what are the supply ecosystem helping the startups, look at more and more risk capital is coming to India, the venture capital funds, and less, in fact, zero regulation by the SEBI. Okay, very. And right now, if you look at the last year, I think 2019, some is showing some 19, some $18 billion, you know, start funding happened in 2019. Sorry, some $11 billion funding happened in 2019 probably. So $11 billion as per this yourstory.com with 830 deals, and among the top is fintech guys, some $3.8 billion. And majority of fintech experiments is happening because you have UPI, DigiLock, a lot of this ecosystem is evolving. If you look at the India stack consists of all these APIs. On top of this, many companies are innovating. This PhonePe, Google Pay's rapid adoption due to API. In fact, Google has recommended our UPI like architecture that will launch during post demonetization to even our Fed now, to US Federal Reserve. So I believe the ecosystem is very, very good for India, and in this framework, I think it's beautiful. And what are the missing link I found among the entrepreneurs? These are for the overall ecosystem. Entrepreneurs, if you look at converting, as Eric Rice said, converting the product insights into great company is where the challenge is coming. More and more startups are failing, not because of products, not because of product. The product might be great, but you should have a business model to capture the value, or you should have a way to agile process it so that you can move to launch, to market very fast. You can go to market should be very fast. Call it time to market. More and more experiments you can do. So these are things that the lean startup is trying to promote. So my basic idea is, being an engineer, when I passed out, were not that good in social science. I believe right now the people those who are building the systems, they are great engineers, great innovators. But I believe they require some kind of interpretation of the lean startup. So I believe some deficit is there, so that probably I'll try to fill up that gap. Thank you very much.